Street racing can be a very interesting proposition now. Street kart racing. How interesting is that? Find out by watching this video about the Mišeluk mod now. Do you like our logo? Yeah, we thought you would. Get it now at our partner Spreadshirt.net. Greetings petrolheads and welcome to a new episode of It's a Mod World. Since the Kart Sim DLC was released, there have been a number of people releasing kart tracks for rFactor 2. One that looks interesting and has gotten good reviews is the Mišeluk Kart track. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, which is in Serbia. I'm gonna give it a try, of course, using the kart sim. Let's go! Oh, this seems to be a street. Am I going in the right direction? No, I'm not. I think this is the right direction. Ah. As I did with Istanbul, I was going in the wrong direction. Oh well. From the looks of it, this is not a steady track, but one that is built expressly to have a kart race. And I like the idea. Helicopter. Lots of 180 degrees. Whoopa. Ouch. That should have broken my cart. I got on the dirt there. And these 180s. Oh. Difficult to memorize where the braking points are. The dirt on the track shows you the optimal race line, at least a little bit. This is a tricky curve. Are you turning green one of these days? Nope. I'm not feeling much of the track on the force feedback, but as I said in my review of the kart sim doesn't have good force feedback. And therefore I'd say that it is more an issue of the kart sim than of the track, until proven otherwise. As basic as this track is, it's got some very interesting curves, and trying to get the hairpins right is a challenge. It's taking me longer to get this track right than normal, because this track is more tricky than you could think, and I love it for that. At Miseluk, every curve is more interesting than the last one.
The lap was a 44.48.
So this is a wide curve. Now I have to brake. 180, where you can take a little bit of the curb. This curve here is great because you have to try to take it so that the next curve is easier. These 180 I never get right. And this here prepares you to get something like an S to be able to get the next curve right. Where can you get so much fun in 40 seconds?
That was a 44.71.
Let's see how a lap goes. I'm gonna make it slow because I couldn't tell you everything in 44 seconds or 41 seconds that I'm making now. So this is the start where this guy is. Hello. You brake here and go left, then take the right here, full throttle, and at about here you start braking, because you take the 180 here. You can take some of the curb. You won't get penalized and it may help you. Here full throttle, but about here you brake, left and careful, right. About here you start braking because we get another 180. And as full throttle as you can get. And about here you brake because here you will be forced to make a couple of curves, even if they are not there. But you want to take these 180 right, start getting on the throttle soon, because we are back at the start and end straight.
15.35.
I'm trying to change gears. No man, that doesn't help here. Oh, I don't have rear tires, as always.
That was a 42.1.
Yes!
That was a 41.89.
Wow!
The lap was a 52.16.
What I like in this track is that it's so very basic. The mix between old tarmac and it's part of a street, it gives you the feeling that this is made by fans for fans. Let's block this street for a weekend and have a race with our cards there. Nice feeling. And I suppose as they took what they had, this is not one of those designed tracks. It's just, okay, we have this curve here and this other curve here, and how do we put them together? Like it. As I said, I like the look. I think it could be a little bit more polished, so I won't give it 5 eyes, but only by very little. I'm gonna give it 4 eyes. The racing line, the racing per se, is a lot of fun. The other cards are a little bit aggressive, but nothing that would disturb me too much. I think this deserves the full 5 cars. And the driving feeling, okay, the force feedback I cannot tell you, but I've always had problems with the force feedback of Kart Sim. I like the design of the track, I like how it feels to drive on this track, so 5 wheels, it deserves them fully. Maybe it doesn't because the force feedback is bad, but I'm using a DLC that doesn't have good force feedback. I'm not able to say. By the way, this mod from Limax is just a taste of what he's able to do. He released this mod free of charge. If you want the whole Miseluk experience, because there seems to be a GP that is driven on this street circuit, you should pay, I think it's something like 3 or 5 euro or something like that. If it's of the same quality as these mods, they're well deserved. What do you think about Limax's idea of giving you a taste and then telling you, well, for the rest you have to pay? I think it's a good way to get people interested, but do you have another opinion or do you agree with me? Tell me what you think in the comments. This would be all for today. Thank you very much for taking the time for watching this video. If you liked it, applaud by leaving a like. If you want to see more of us, subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell. And until the next time, safe fuel, big pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium. Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.